Welcome to Everyday Wine Reviews. My name is Christian and I'll be taking you on a wine tasting tour through your local grocery store wine selection. We'll be featuring a variety of wines, from box wines to sweeter bottles for beginners, as well as big bold reds. With that being said, let's pop some bottles. Today's wine comes to us from the Columbia Valley of Washington. This is the Pacific Rim Sweet Riesling. It is a 2014 bottle and it is going to be a sweeter one for sure. I would say probably more along the lines of a heavier sweeter or medium sweet. But it is a very beautiful bottle. It looks very oriental. It has a very nice design on that back label through the wine that you can't maybe see all the time, but it looks really, really cool with that dragon. I like it. I'm a big fan of artsy looking bottles. What can I say? But anyway, let's get to it. This one has a very interesting aroma to it. I would say it has a touch of honeysuckle as well as an overripe pear, that almost rotting fruit, but not quite there, just like really overripe on the nose. It doesn't smell sweet, but it smells like it's starting to turn almost as far as fruit goes, but that's usually a good sign for wine. It's not a huge aroma. I really have to kind of search for it. It's very interesting on the nose, on the bouquet or AKA smell. My initial taste of this is that it's got a nice, pleasant sweetness to it. It's like I said before, more like a medium sweet. It's not overly thick and syrupy, but it does start to head towards that direction. It has a nice pear. It's got a little bit of that, like a lemon, but really soft lemon, kind of like a custard lemon. It's a delicious Riesling in that it's not really syrupy, and that's one thing about Rieslings that drives me nuts, is that they get really thick in body. They almost turn into what in our industry calls a ice wine, and ice wines are usually really thick and meniscus or very syrupy in a way. This one's just below that, I would say. It's not too sweet though either, where you get sick of it. Like the fruits aren't the biggest part of the whole wine. There's like this nice underlying overripe pear or that custardness to it that's just kind of like softens the whole thing out. On the front of your tongue though, there's a lot of that sugar, that sweetness, but as it goes to your back of your mouth, it really drops off. It's a nice finishing wine in that the aftertaste doesn't linger, doesn't hang around on your mouth for a long time. Some sweeter wines make you feel like you gotta go brush your teeth because there's a lot of like sugary grit on them. But this one here, it's almost like a refreshing sweetness to it. It's pretty nice. Personally, I love Rieslings because of their flexibility. They have an ability to go from being incredibly sweet wines to being actually very dry and absolutely delicious in that regard too. There's some pretty amazing bone dry Rieslings, but the fact that they can vary between that says a lot about the varietal in its own right. And when I say varietal, it means that I'm talking about Riesling specifically. It's a very delicious wine. This is a great one to pair with, I would say, a warmer dessert, like a creme brulee. A vanilla creme brulee with this would be out of this world, absolutely. This is a great one for sweet wine drinkers trying to move more towards complexity. There's a lot more going on it than, like I said, just the actual fruit flavors. There's that honey, that custard, there's that softness to it that just rides through your mouth. That's just absolutely pleasant, and I'm sure you would actually enjoy a lot too. For $8.99 a bottle, this is a very nice buy. You can get it at a lot of grocery stores as well. There's even a nice variety of Pacific Rim Rieslings as well to try. This is just the sweetest one that they had available. But yes, this is a great buy at, I would say, a solid 3.5. Yeah, if you haven't tried it, you should definitely get out and buy a bottle today, because this is actually pretty good. Cheers.